No.
If you feel inclined to, which group of five has felt the most comfortable for you right now?
Oh, which group of five? Well, we got more than five, but it's been a good fall camp with that. There's some new faces. There's some old faces. Demetrius Weatherspoon's back from last year. Travion Mack is back. Joe Cruz, Austin Collins, T.J. Ferguson, Josh Miller back from last year. So Cam Pringle, Byron Washington, Zach Rice, and Nicole. So those are the 10 guys. There's a bunch of good younger kids here in the program that we've recruited. So things are okay.
You guys obviously had a lot of injuries that really impacted your unit last year. How important is staying healthy this season?
Well, yeah, always staying healthy is important, but it's a long season. So, we did have injuries last year, and we were able to still win games because, like I tell the kids, I'll prepare, my chance will come. So you've got to be ready at any moment in time.
There was a goal with your unit to get bigger and to get deeper. How many, what's the average snap count that you're anticipating for your guys?
Well, that's another good question. The average snap count, I couldn't tell you that. I mean, some guys can play 65, 70 plays. Other guys might only play 50. I mean, last year we went out to UNLV, and the starting five played 106. So, they've taken 100 plays before, so we got to see how good a shape they're in, and then we go from there. So, but no, there's a group of guys that are going to play, and then obviously I got to get some of the other guys in to play. So it's been a good competition here this camp.
Dale, what kind of impact has Austin Collins made coming in as a transfer? He's grabbed that center spot. It seems to be leading the way.
Right, yeah. So, when we go in the portal and you go get certain guys that you want because you know what they can do and provide, and I had a history with Austin, so when you put the film on, he was in the portal, and he was in there, and we talked, and he came up here and he said, "This is where I want to be," and I said, "Yeah, I want to coach you." So when you go to the portal and you go get a guy like him, or you go get someone like T.J. Ferguson, you expect them to come in here and be guys, and you expect them to play a lot of plays for you.
Even before he won the job, how did Steve develop a chemistry with the offensive line through camp?
He would go in there, go in the huddle. They would listen to him, talk to him. And then the way he just handled himself. So the kids are all good with that. The kids would have been good if Ricky was the starter. So, with the offensive line, the quarterback runs the show, and those kids got to do whatever the play is. So it doesn't matter if it's run or pass. I said, hey, I'm not a people person. You guys do what we tell you to do, and life's a lot simpler. So I don't have to worry about number of handoffs, number of catches. We just go out there and block for whoever's back there to the best of our ability.
Who's surprised you this camp in terms of someone that you weren't expecting?
No, there's been some of the freshmen have done a really good job. We worked extensively with Khalil Stewart to teach him how to snap. So when he first got here, he couldn't snap, and now he knows how to snap. So we taught him how to do that. Jaden Mann, been a good freshman. So Matt Hahn from CBA, a local kid, another good player. So there's all the freshmen have done well. I wouldn't say there's anybody that surprised me. Some of those kids came in and said, hey, you're going here, and they accepted that role, and then we taught it to them, and they're learning every day.
How different does TJ look now that he's healthy?
Oh, TJ Ferguson? No, you watched him last year. He's a good player. You watched him against Florida. Florida State's a big rivalry game, and he's going against that big kid that was about 380 pounds at nose guard, who's down there with the Buccaneers now. So he was blocking him. So TJ came in. He knows the speed of the game. He's been in major football games, understands how fast the game is, how strong you have to be. So it's important you have someone like that.
Dale, a lot of the guys have talked about how Spoon is a real leader in the room. How do you see that? How does he develop?
Yeah, he's developed a lot from last year. He's more confident in himself. He's more confident in his game. He's in a lot better shape. He's changed his body a good amount. So that's a good testament to him for growing up and wanting to do it.
Kind of the grind part of camp now before the season starts. How do you keep these guys mentally sharp as camp winds down and you get set to focus on Tennessee?
I talk a lot about Italian euphemisms, certain things. I do like this. No, all kidding aside. No, we talked about the bridge that's going to be connecting Sicily to Italy. That's where I'm going next year, family vacation. But no, you have to move on to Tennessee. You have to start watching film. That gets their attention, especially when the games come up here pretty fast. So you keep showing them different parts of Tennessee, and then that definitely keeps their attention because it's a major opponent, national TV. And like I tell them, what you put on film is your resume, and you definitely don't want to be embarrassed on national TV, and you don't want to be that guy that the other teams are looking at going, God, this guy's terrible. Okay?
When you've got a 10-man competition like this, how much intensity and fire have you seen a spark in your room?
Well, anytime there's competition, anytime you have somebody that's a backup that's battling that wants to be the starter, that's competition. I mean, if I'm the starter and there's nobody behind me that's going to push me, what the hell do I got to play for? I mean, I don't have to do anything. But when you got somebody that's pushing you, and there's battle, I mean, we had battles all over. Guys want to compete, they want to start. So the competition is better. That's what motivates you. You need competition. Without competition, why should I be motivated?
Good? All good?
All good?
All right.
Man, they didn't want to talk about Jimmy Hoffa was his birthday last week. They didn't want to talk about